Hello everyone, welcome to this beginner friendly tutorial on Pandas. Pandas is a powerful Python library used for data manipulation and analysis. Whether you are working on data science project, business analytics or just organizing data, Pandas is your go-to tool. In this video, we will learn Pandas step by step using a sample data set called employees. Okay? By the end of this session, you will have the confidence to explore and analyze your data sets. So let's get started. Okay, so now let's move into our first slide in which we are going to see what is Pandas. Okay, so Pandas is a Python library used to work with structured data like tables. It provides easy to use tools for reading, manipulating and analyzing data. Pandas is built on the top of NumPy, which makes it fast and efficient. So now let's start by installing Pandas and loading our datasets. Okay, for this I will open my file explorer and create here in document. I will create a folder, okay, called Pandas. Okay, then inside of it I will make another folder in which I will make Pandas basics. Okay, so now we have to just open it with VS Code. Okay, open with code. So now let's create a Jupyter file, new file, Jupyter notebook. Okay, so our first step to install Pandas. Okay, so now open your command prompt. So for this I will go to terminal and new terminal, then I will select cmd. Okay, so here you have to just write pip install. Okay, here you have to just write pip install Pandas. Okay, then run, then it will start downloading the files. Okay, as you can see that I have already installed Python in my system, that's why it is saying already satisfied. Okay, then after you have to bring your data sets. Okay, so I'm going to just go to download. Here is my data sets, as you can see. Okay, I will copy it and the paste in my Pandas. Okay, yeah, I will paste it, then I will open it with my VS Code. Okay, so here you can see that I got my data set in my VS Code. Okay, so now you have to just write import. After doing this, you have to just write import pandas as pd. Okay, then after you have to load data set. Okay, load data set. So for this you have to create a variable df equals to pd dot read, then you have to pass the read csv. Okay, we are going to read csv file, then you have to pass the name of the. Okay, so let me copy the name. Now it is okay. So dot csv. Okay, in the last you have mandatory to write csv. Then after you have to display the, I want to display the first some rows of the my dataset. Okay, so for what can I do is display the first few row. Okay, so for this I will just write print df dot head. Okay, now I will run the cell. So here you can see that I got the from the top of the 5 rows. As you can see that I have the column name, id, name, age, department, salary, joining date and city. Okay, so let me explain the code. What the code does is, let me cut this. Okay, so let me explain the code. Okay, so import pandas as pd. As you can see here, what does it do? It imports the pandas library and gives it the alias pd. Okay. Then after we did pd.read.csv employees.csv. Okay. What does it do? Okay. This reads the data set from the CSV file. Okay. Then the last we have df.head. Okay. So now let's understand the last one also. It displays the first 5 rows from the data set. Okay. So now we have the basic understanding what is pandas and how to import our data sets. Okay. So now let's come to the our next slide in which we are going to see installing. Oh, we have done this. So now let's understanding the data sets. Okay, in which we are going to see df.info and df.describe. Okay. So now let's come to the our VS Code again. Okay. This time we are going to understand our data sets. Okay. So let's take a closer look at the data sets. Okay. It contains information about employees such as their name, age, department, their salary, and joining date, and the last city. Okay. So now let's inspecting the data sets. Okay. So let me give the markdown. We are going to inspecting the data set. Okay. So let me correct this. Inspecting the data sets. So now let's see how we can do is first we are going to do is we are going to use print. Okay. Print. Now here I will data set info. Okay. Here I will write print df.info. Okay. df.info. Okay. So now let's run this cell. So here you can see that we got the information about our data sets in which you can see that in the ID column we don't have any null values. Okay. And it contains integer value like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. In the same way, in the age section or age column, there is nothing null in our column and it is integer again. Okay. In the same way, department, salary, joining date, there is no one empty in our, there is no one cell is empty. Okay. So now let's come to the our next in which we are going to see. Let me give display. Okay. Display summary. Display summary statistics. Okay. Of numerical columns. Okay. So now let's do this. So we are going to print. Okay. We are going to print summary of the summary statistics. Okay. Statistics. Okay. So now just print df.describe. Okay. I will explain what these two keywords or terms do. Okay. So now let's see. So here you can see that we got the count 8. Okay. Mean we got mean, standard deviation, then after minimum 25%, 50, 75 and the last max. Okay. So df.info shows an overview of the data sets including columns name, non-null counts and data types, while df.describe provides statistical summaries like mean, mix, maximum and standard deviation for numerical columns. Okay. So now let's come to the our next slide in which we are going to see. Okay. Selecting columns. Okay. So now let's learn how to select specific columns. For example, if you want to view the just name and salary column. Okay. So now let's again come to our VS Code. Okay. So let me write this time we are going to do selecting columns. Okay, selecting columns, selecting columns. Okay, so now let's see how we can select a specific column. So for this, I am going to make a names and salaries. Okay, then after I will write df in which I will pass name. Okay, in which I will pass name, comma, salary. Okay, then after I will print names and salary. Okay, names and salaries. Okay, they just print names and salary. Okay, so now let's enter the cell. So here you can see that I got the two column called name and salary. Okay, so here you can see that we have our data set. Let me import. Okay, so now it will be very easier to see you. Okay, so we have name and salary column. Okay, so here you can see that we have 8. Okay, in the salary we have also 8 rows. Okay, now let's understand what does our code do. Okay, so here you can see that I wrote df big bracket, again big bracket, then after I pass name and salary. Okay, so it attracts the name and salary columns from the data set. Okay, so now let's come to our slide. Okay, so now let's come our next slide in which we are going to see filtering data. Okay, so we can filter data to see only employees who meet certain criteria. For example, let's find employees with salaries greater than 60,000. Okay, so for this, let's to move our VS Code. Okay, so this time let me give the markdown and I am going to give filtering. Okay, filtering data. This time we are going to do filtering data. Okay, so let's see how we can filter our data. As I told you, I want the name which salary is greater than 60,000. Okay, okay, so write with me, but let me give the heading filter rows based, filter rows based on a condition. Okay, based on a condition. So now let's write our code for this. Let me create a variable high salary. Okay, high salary equals to df, then again I will pass df in which I will pass salary, df salary. Okay, which is greater than 60,000. Okay, 60,000. So let me correct this. Okay, then print print employees with salary greater than 60,000. Okay, so 60,000. Now let's print our high salary, print high salary. Okay, print high salary. So let's run the code. So let me correct this. Okay, okay. So here you can see that we got 4 rows as Liam, Olivia, now or William. As their salary is greater than 60,000, as you can see 75,000, 65,000, 72,000, and the last 67,000. Okay. So what does this line do is that it filters row where the salary column is greater than 60,000. Okay. So I hope you are understanding my every point. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section. Okay. So now let's come to the next part of our pandas, in which we are going to see sorting data. Okay. Sorting helps organize data in ascending or descending order. So let's sort the employees by their age in descending order. Okay. So for this we have to go to our VS Code. Okay. So let me give the, now we are going to learn sorting data. Okay. We are going to learn sorting data. Okay. So we are going to sort the employees by their age in descending order. Okay. So now let me give the title, sort by age in descending order. Okay. So for this, let me create a variable sorted by age. Okay. Sorted by age, then I will pass df dot sort. Okay. Values, sort values, and then I will pass by age. Okay. I want age, then ascending, I will make ascending false. Okay. Because we want in descending order. Then after, I will print employees sorted by age, and then I will pass descending. Okay. Descending. So this time we will get, let's see what we will get. Now I will print sorted by age. Okay. Now let's run this cell. Okay, let's correct this one. Print. Yeah. Okay, so now let's run this cell. So here you can see that we have the new data sets in which we have the name and age by their ascending order. Okay. It means they are decreasing as we are going to bottom of the data set. So now let me tell you what this line does. Okay. It sorts the data sets by the age column in the descending order. Okay. So now let's come to the our next part of the video, in which we are going to learn adding a new column. Okay. So now let's add a new column in our data sets. Sometimes we want to add new columns in our existing data sets. So let's calculate the yearly bonus as 10% of the salary and add it as a new column. Okay. So now let's see how we can do. So let's come to our VS Code, and here I will write adding a new column. Okay. So for this, let's create df, then I will pass yearly bonus. Okay. Then I will df, then I will pass salary. Okay. Salary multiply by 0.10. Okay. So now print data set with yearly bonus. Okay. So now it's time to print our print df dot head. So now let's run. So as you can see that we got an updated data sets in which we have the column called yearly bonus. Okay. So now let's understand what does it do. df yearly bonus equals to df inside salary multiplication by 0.10. Okay. It creates a new column yearly bonus by multiplying the salary by 0.10. Okay. So now let's come to the our so now let's come to the our PPT, and now we are going to see handling missing data. Okay. So this time we will see how we can handle the missing data in our data sets. Okay. Okay. So now let me make some null. Okay. In my salary column. So for this I will write first let me print df. Okay. So as you can see that I don't have any null value in my salary. Okay. So let me write df dot log df dot log. Then I will pass one. I want to make specifics cell 1. Then I will pass salary. Okay. Salary equals to np dot name. np dot name. So now let's print df. Print df. Okay. So np is not defined. So let me define import numpy as np. Okay. So here you can see that I have the none value in my index 1. Okay. So let me. Okay. So now let's come to our main agenda in which we will handle missing data. Okay. So let me write handling missing data. Okay. So as you can see that I have null values in my salary column. Okay. So now let's handle missing data. So for this, first I will check how many null values are there in my data sets. So for that, let me write check for missing values. Okay. Then I will print missing values. Okay. Then print df dot is null dot sum. Okay. So now let's run this cell. Okay. This will give how many. So you can see that in this salary column we have one null value. Okay. So let's see how we can handle it. So for this, it's time to fill. Okay. Fill missing values in the salary column with the mean, with the mean. Okay. So now let's write DF. Then I will write salary. Okay. Equals to DF. Again I will pass salary dot fill na, and then DF salary. Okay. Again write salary dot mean. Okay. Okay. So now let's print data set after handling missing values. Okay. So now print df dot head. Okay. Now let's run the cell. Okay. So let me write again for clear visualization. So as you can see that the null values is replaced by the mean of the salary column. Okay. So that is 62,285. Okay. So I hope you guys you are understanding every steps in pandas. Okay. So let me explain what does it do. So dot fill now it replaces missing values with the specified value. Okay. So now let's come to our PPT in which now. So now let's see which topic we are going to learn is that grouping and aggregation. Okay. So now let's group employees by department and calculate the average salary for each department. Okay. So for this, now let's come to our VS Code again. Okay. So this time we are going to see aggregation. Okay. Grouping and aggregation. So let me write grouping, grouping and aggregation. Oh, let me create this grouping and aggregation. So the first step we have to do is that let's write, let me first give the heading grouping, grouping by department, department. Okay, department, and calculate average salary, average salary. So now let's come to our main point. Now let's write average salary by department, average salary by department equals to df dot group by where I want by department. Okay. So let me write department. Okay. Department and salary. Okay. Then write salary, salary, and the last thing you have to do is dot mean. So now just print average salary by department. Okay. Print average salary by department. Okay. So you can see that we have the output as the finance, HR, IT, sales, average salary by department. Okay. So now let's come to the code. What does this code do is that group by department it groups data by the department column, okay? And mean, it calculates the mean for each group, okay? So now let's come to the award PPT again, and now we are going to learn, okay? This time we are going to learn saving the data sets, okay? After applying every methods on our data sets to make it clean, okay, for our useful insights, now it's time to save our modified data sets, okay? So now let's come to our VS Code. You have to just, now I will give the markdown. This is the main and important part of any data manipulation, okay? Any data manipulation, saving the data set. After performing every methods to clean our data sets, we have to save our data set, okay? So now let's see how we can save. So now let me give save the updated data set, save the updated data set to a new CSV file, okay? So you have to write df.to CSV, okay? Then I will write, okay, updated employees, updated, I will give my data sets a new name, updated employees dot CSV, okay? Then comma name, then after you have to pass index equals to false, okay? So now let's write print updated data set save to, okay, save to updated employee CSV, updated employee CSV, okay? So now let's do it, okay? So now let's run. So as you can see that we got updated data sets saved to updated employee.csv, okay? So here you can see that we got an updated data sets, okay? So let's see, open this one. So here you can see that we have an updated data sets, okay? And this is our before, or we can say without updating data sets. So now let's come to our slide again, okay? This time we have finished every steps which is used to clean our data using pandas. Now it's time to the conclusion, okay? So that brings us to the end of this pandas tutorial. We have covered essential topics such as loading data, inspecting it, filtering, sorting, handling missing data, and more. I hope this session helps you get started with pandas, and don't forget to practice with your own data sets to improve your skills. So now let's come to our next part of this video.